Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 61st Annual Schuylkill County Firefighters Convention, hosted by the Polish American Fire Company of Shenandoah in conjunction with our 100th anniversary. Leading the parade is the Grand Marshal, family of the late and past president of the PA, Joe Tedeschi. He is followed by current president of the Polish American Fire Company, John Lora Jr. Next, we have an oldie but a goodie. Apparatus hot fire in Shenandoah and surrounding communities in Schuylkill County for many years. Polish American's classic 1954 Seagrave antique engine. Behind that, also from the whole company, the Polish American Fire Company of Shenandoah, we have the former engine 749, their 1984 Mahanoy 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. We have the current Polish American apparatus Trainer 759, the 2007 Seagrave Trainer pumper, 300 gallon per minute pumper, the 2,000 gallon water tanker, 40 gallon full cell. What would be a parade in Shenandoah without a polka band? We have a polka band led by Uncle George, playing the polka music. Behind the polka, we have Shenandoah's first fire company, the Columbia Homes Company, with their marching unit. From the Columbia Homes Company of Shenandoah, engine 742, their 2007 Pierce engine rescue. All we play that is Y 741, the 1989 GMC equipment carrier. Again, another classic piece of apparatus that fought fire in Shenandoah and surrounding communities in this region for many years. The former engine 742 1974 Holland antique engine owned by the Columbia Homes Company. I'd like to give a little special shout out to our friends from Medevac for showing some participation in the parade. With the helipad being up in Shenandoah, we see these guys in Shenandoah and hear them on almost an everyday basis. So when seconds and minutes matter, we rely on these guys and gals to get us to the nearest trauma center in the hospital. So give a shout out to the medevac crew. And here we got Shenandoah's Firefighting Irish, the Phoenix Fire Company of Shenandoah. With their reserve engine, engine 746, which is a 1984 Ford FMC 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. And the current day engine of the Phoenix Fire Company Shenandoah engine 747, their 2010 KME 1250 gallon per minute pumper. Next we have the guys owned by the Hill and Turkey Run, the Defender Hose Company, with engine 751, their 2009 HME Rosenbauer pumper. It's followed by the Defender's antique first piece of apparatus, their 1910 Veritable apparatus hand-drawn chemical plant, sold by Reed Davis. Next we have the Hookah Ladder Company in Shenandoah, it's 745. Their 2007 American France Color Square. Also from the Rescue Hookah Ladder of Shenandoah, Ladder 745, 1995 sliding duplex, 100-foot tractor drive solar aerial. Also, formerly from the Rescue Hookah Ladder of Shenandoah, now maintained by the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, there was class of 1964 American France Killer, 100-foot measurable France area. Next we have the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devil Marching Band. Color guard and also the cheerleaders.
You got to just look at the middle of the street. Again, let's give it up for the Shenandoah Valley Blue Devil Marching Band. Which is a 2004 Los Angeles. And of course, behind them we have the Fractal EMS with Ambulance 4303, a 2012 Ford PL ambulance. Next we have a vehicle that was literally days away from being ruined and destroyed, but was saved by members of the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society who owned it and maintained it, along with rear examitis. The vehicle is a 1951 International Gully fire engine which served both the William Penn Fire Company and the Citizens Fire Company of Watt Street for nearly 50 years. The vehicle is being driven by Bernie Marquardt. We have two generations of the examitis family, Rick examitis and Ryan examitis on the vehicle. Gazomitis is a proprietor of the vehicle who did a heck of a lot of work this week along with Jeffrey Miller in getting his vehicle back to pristine running condition, along with a lot of members of Shenandoah EMS. So they deserve a heck of a lot of credit for restoring his vehicle and saving it from the scrapyard. Next, we have the Tremont Fire Company, which is the host of the 2016 Schuylkill County Firefighters Convention, which will be held the weekend of the 15th anniversary of September 11th, next year in Tremont. This is engine 6710, which is a 1996 KME 1,750 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Tremont Fire Company, we have Squad 6760, which is 2004 Pierce Squad. Also another classic piece of apparatus from the Tremont Fire Company. This is their 1878 Silsby hand-drawn postcard, proudly owned and maintained by the Tremont Fire Company. Next we have the crew from the Polish Poconos, the Shenandoah Heights Fire Company. This is their brush unit, brush A3. Next we have from the Shenandoah Heights Fire Company, engine A1, their 2010 HME Rosenbauer pumper. Next we have our good crew from right down the street here that runs out of the Columbia Hose Company, the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, led by their 1924 U.S. Fire Apparatus pumper, proudly driven by Bill Klein, who went on to place years in the Stories apparatus. Accompanying him is Mahanoy Harvey Edgar from Berlin, riding shotgun on there. I don't know how you got him on that, that's on Matt. Next, we have a 1948 Chevy Orton pumper that was formerly in service with the Schuylkill Hose Company of Schuylkill Haven. It is maintained by the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society crew. Also, I got some of my bosses on that float. George Alkovich and Frank Stoudemire. Yep. And where's Gary Hestag? No, he's on the other one. He's coming. Okay. They don't want to mix you guys up. Next, we have a classic Chevy Swab ambulance that used to serve the City of Baltimore Fire Department. This was built locally by the Swab Wagon Company down there in Elizabethville. Next, in the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, we have an engine that ran with the Columbia Hose Company of St. Clair. Also, before that, ran with the Southport Fire Company of Colaqua and the American Fire Company of Lansford, the 1951 Mack pumper. This next engine is a 1963 Ford Pawn, proudly driven by Ned Beck, the past fire chief of Auburn, also worked at Lawn Fire Apparatus for many years. Ned and his son worked on this vehicle the past 2 years and restored it from the ground up. Also, we have a former 1975 Lawn pumper that served the Washington Fire Company of Ashland for 30 years. Also from the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society crew, we have a 1978 American La France ladder chief that was the primary ladder apparatus for the Colaqua Fire Department. Also from the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, we have a 1978 Dodge Hammerly mini pumper which served the Good 10 Fire Company in New Philadelphia. Also from the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, a local piece. This was the former engine 7500 of the Defender Hose Company of Shenandoah, 1974 Honda pumper that served up until recently when they replaced it with the Blue Rosenbauer. Also from the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society, we have a 1975 International Carmar fire engine that served the Citizens Fire Company of Middleport. That's being driven by local firefighter and from Al Bright, who served the Columbia Hose Company in Shenandoah for many years. You're gonna play us a polka. Next we have the crew from up the mountain in Butler Township, the Friendship Fire Company in the Englewood section of Butler Township, just west of Frackville, with their brand new engine 369, a 2013 Church Velocity 2,000 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Friendship Fire Company of Englewood, Squad 369. Their 2003 Ford personnel carrier. And from way at the other end of Butler Township, on the other side of Ashen, we have the Lavelle Fire Company. Engine 412, which is their 1995 International Central States pumper. And tanker 432, their 2003 Freightliner Midwest tanker for the Lavelle Fire Company, being driven by Chief Jason. Here comes another one of my bosses. We have the Schuylkill County Democrats. We got Gary. Gary, I'm not drinking again. I'm on vacation though, I can. Prater gave me his blessing. Jim Mills, Dakota. Next we have from East Union Township, the Shepton Oneida Fire Company, engine 910, their 2004 KME engine rescue. Also from Shepton Oneida, this is a brand new piece of apparatus just placed in service, built locally, 2015 Ford KME Utility Squad 970. Also from the Shepton Oneida Fire Company, this apparatus will be replaced soon by a new tanker that was going to be purchased through a FEMA grant. That is a 1987 Mack 4-guys tanker. Anybody interested in buying a tanker, talk to those Shepton guys. Or you want a Chevy Suburban, their old Squad 970, 2004 Chevy Tahoe is also for sale. We have the American Fire Company of Fountain Springs. This is one of the last ones ever built. This is engine 410, a 1989 Holland pumper. 500 GPM and 1,000 gallons of water. Next we have some guys from down the patch here, the Crazy Eight. The William Penn Fire Company from Shaft, led by Chief Al Muscanic. Engine 888, 1989 Spartan Ward, 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also we have, for those brush fires out of West Mahanoy Township, Brush 887. Their 1987 Chevy DCNR brush truck, which was built by the William Penn crew. Next we have another one of my bosses, Schuylkill County DA Christine Hallman. I like calling her at 3 in the morning and waking her up. She knows it's nothing good though when that happens. Next, we have up 54, about 4 miles, we have the Mahanoy Area High School Golden Bear Marching Band, my alma mater. We also have the Mahanoy Area Flag Twirlers and some cheerleaders.
That was quick. That was quick.
I know every year everybody gets excited right around before Thanksgiving. We have the One Area Shenandoah football rivalry. But in actuality, when it comes down to firefighting and public safety, Mahanoy City and Shenandoah work very well hand in hand together. Mahanoy City needs help, the first company coming is Shenandoah, and vice versa. If Shenandoah needs help, Mahanoy City is the first department coming over here. The two departments have had mutual aid agreements for over 100 years. This year, the Mahanoy City Fire Department decided to march as an entire fire department in support of the Polish American. As far as I can tell from my history, this is the first time the Mahanoy City Fire Department's 5 companies have ever done this at a convention. We have a color guard from the Mahanoy City Fire Department, which is comprised of all 5 companies: Humane, Citizens, Washington, Good American, and West End. We have to have a special thank you to the members of the Butler Township Fire and Rescue Company who have sent an apparatus and some manpower to cover Mahanoy City today while they are over here celebrating with the Polish American and parading. So a special thanks goes out to the crew from Butler Township.
Thank you, everybody.
High school band. You're the first band I ever heard cover a Taylor Swift song. That's awesome. Just shake it off. Again, this is the beginning of the 3rd Division. The whole 3rd Division basically is made up of the entire Mahanoy City Fire Department and the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue. Again, we have an honor guard, color guard, comprising all 5 Mahanoy City fire companies: Humane, Citizens, Washington, Good American, and West End, and the Mahanoy City Fire Police. We have our Mahanoy City Chiefs carrying their boutonnieres and flowers, led by Mahanoy City Fire Department Chief Randy Cals, Citizens Fire Company Chief Sean McClary, West End Chief Joe Gavala, Good American Chief Tony Ashman, Washington Hook and Ladder Chief Mike Matunas, and Humane Chief Bill Killian. Again, 5 companies united as one department.
Left, right, left. Left, left, right, left.
Behind the Mahanoy City Fire Department marching unit, we have Daisy, the 1816 hand-drawn horse cart, which is owned and maintained by the Citizens Fire Company of Mahanoy City. From the Humane Fire Company of Mahanoy City, engine 451, their 2004 Spartan Crimson engine, 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Humane Fire Company of Mahanoy City, Squad 451, their 2001 Ford Command unit. Also from the Humane Fire Company of Mahanoy City, this vehicle is privately owned by John Malasavage, a Humane member. The former engine 451, a 1974 Mack, 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. From the Citizens Fire Company of Mahanoy City, engine 454, their 2003 Pierce, 2,000 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Citizens Fire Company, number 2, Mahanoy City, Tower 456. 1991 Mack Baker, 75-foot aerial scope. Also another vehicle that saw a lot of fire in Schuylkill County. The former engine 454 from the Citizens Fire Company of Mahanoy City, a 1975 Mack 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. From the Washington Hook and Ladder Company of Mahanoy City, ladder 457, their 1997 E1 aerial ladder Quint. Vehicle is being driven by longtime Washington Hook and Ladder Chief Hal Davis. Also from the Washington Hook and Ladder Company of Mahanoy City, Squad 458, their 1973 GMC equipment carrier. From the Good American Hose Company of Mahanoy City, Tanker 461, a 1987 KME pumper tanker. Also from the Good American, engine 462, their 1979 Holland 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. Both of the Good American's vehicles will be replaced next year thanks to a FEMA grant for over $400,000 for a new Rosenbauer 2,000 gallon tanker pumper, which should be delivered in time for the Good American's block party in 2016. And for my home company, we have the West End Fire and Rescue of Mahanoy City with their light rescue, Rescue 469, a 2007 Dodge Knapheide Light Rescue, which is pulling the water rescue trailer. The West End provides water rescue for not only Schuylkill County, but many parts of the Northeast PA coal region, along with units from Schuylkill Haven and Butler Township of Barnesville. Also from the West End, we have Squad 468, a 1996 GMC pickup, pulling the company's water rescue boats. This next vehicle, I know a lot of people see this screaming through Shenandoah every once in a while, coming to calls. The Rescue 993, their 1999 KME heavy rescue. Also from the West End Fire and Rescue Company of Mahanoy City, engine 465, the 2006 KME 2250 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the West End Fire and Rescue Company of Mahanoy City, this is the retired engine 465. This is a 1975 Mack CF 1,000 gallon per minute pumper with a 500 gallon water tank. Also, the last unit from the Mahanoy City Fire Department is the Mahanoy City Fire Department Fire Police Unit, which is a 1984 Ford Horton traffic control unit. Quite an impressive showing by the men and women of the Mahanoy City Fire Department in support of the Polish American. More units in the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society. We have the Auburn Fire Company's former engine tanker 3930. It's a 1967 Holland. Next we have the companies over the hill, the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue with the former engine 671. This is a 1967 International Holland pumper. Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue is a merger of the Ringtown Fire Company and the former Union Township Fire Company. Also from the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue, we have Brush 3045. This is a 1997 Chevy pickup brush unit. Next from Ringtown Valley is engine 3010. This is a 1997 Freightliner Central States pumper. Next from the Ringtown Valley Fire and Rescue is tanker 3035, a 2001 Freightliner New Lexington tanker. Also from the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue, we have engine 3015, which is a 2002 Pierce engine rescue. Next with the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue, we have engine 3011, which is a 1987 Sutphin water supply pumper. Again, an impressive showing from our neighbors to the north of the Ringtown Valley Fire Rescue. Must be a theme with bands on trailers today. This is the Raja Temple String Band. This crew is based out of Reading, Pennsylvania. Again, we know the Raja for their very charitable work. No matter where the parade, these guys seem to make them show me. Next we have from out on Route 209 between Blockland and Pottsville, the Citizens Fire Company of Middleport. This is engine 5112, a 1985 Spartan quality pumper. Again, we know the Rajas and their thank you for their work and their charity towards helping children with special needs who otherwise might not have the funding or means to have medical assistance. So we applaud the Raja Shriners for their work in that area. Of course, we need something pretty big to put all those little Tin Lizzies in, so here's their equipment truck. Again, thank you to the Raja Shrine from Easton for coming up to celebrate with us today. Okay, this will be the start of Division 4. Leading off the 4th Division, we have the McAdoo Fire Company Incorporated from McAdoo Borough. This will be ladder 4922, their 2003 KME aerial ladder Quinn. Also from the McAdoo Fire Company Incorporated, we have Brush 4947. This is their 2009 Ford CET heavy brush unit. Also from the McAdoo Fire Company Incorporated, we have engine 4915, their 2004 KME pumper. Not on the sheet. have the Pottsville Area High School Marching Band. Under the direction of Craig Shaner. Again, a big round of applause for the Pottsville Area High School Marching Band and their cheerleaders. I'm good yet. Yeah. Also from the city of Pottsville, we have the Good Intent Fire Company of Pottsville with their brand new 2015 KME 1500 gallon per minute pumper, engine 11. This apparatus was built early this year and was on display at over a dozen fire expos throughout the United States and Canada, and was recently put into service with the city of Pottsville. Also, next we have our neighbors to the south from Frackville Borough, the Goodwill Hose Company of Frackville. First up is ladder 4320, a 2011 HME Rosenbauer 109-foot aerial ladder quid. Also from the Goodwill Hose Company of Frackville, engine 4310, a 1994 Spartan Central States engine rescue. Also from the Goodwill Hose Company of Frackville, engine 4315, their 1987 Hahn 1250 gallon per minute pumper. Next, we have from the borough of Minersville, the Minersville Fire Rescue Company. The Minersville Fire Rescue Company was a merger between the Rescue Hook and Ladder Company and the Independent Hose Company of Minersville that occurred a few years ago. And it seems to be working very well. Leading their contingent is their color guard and their marching unit. And also we have marching is Company Chief Eric Eichenberg, who's the Chief of the Minersville Fire Department. From the Minersville Fire and Rescue, we have their Utility 520, 2011 Ford KME Utility Officer Unit, which is pulling their 2008 Polaris Utility ATV for use for off-road emergencies. Also from the Minersville, this used to be in service with the Rescue Hook and Ladder Company. This is now maintained by the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society. This is their classic 1941 American La France City Service ladder truck. Proudly driven by Schuylkill Historical Fire Society President and guru and founder, and the patron saint of Schuylkill County firefighters, Mike Kitsock. And then we have the transition from the old apparatus to the new modern day. In the Minersville Fire and Rescue, we have Tower 519, their 2007 American La France LTI tower ladder. Also from the Minersville Fire and Rescue Company, we have Engine 528, their 2012 KME Predator pumper. Also from the Minersville Fire and Rescue Company of Rescue 518, which is their 1993 E1 heavy rescue. Next we have some Irish and a Polish parade from Gerardville, the ancient Order of Hibernians.
Good job, guys. Watch that guy behind you.
Next we have from Rush Township, the Hometown Fire Company. This is Unit 2560, their 1997 Ford KME squad. And next, to deal with all that hectic traffic at the auction on a Wednesday, we have their traffic unit, Unit 2570, the 2011 Ford KME Fire Police Unit, proudly driven by the Fire Police guru of Rush Township, Burley Wortman. Next we have, all the way up here from the Allentown area, the McKay Pipe Band. We appreciate the guys and gals making this trip up 309 and 54 to celebrate with the Polish American today. Next we have the Rangers Fire Company of Klecknersville. Klecknersville is located in Northampton County, pretty much between Walnutport and Bath. Here we have their ATV units. This is 4847. That is a 2006 Yamaha. Next is 4846, which is a 2013 Polaris. That's set up for firefighting brush fires. Klecknersville is, like I said, a very rural area between Walnutport and the Bath area in Northampton County. And here is their brush truck, which is Unit 4845. This is a 1995 GMC brush unit. Also from the Klecknersville Rangers Fire Company, we have their engine 4812, which was a 1993 Freightliner Central States pumper. Also from Collectorsville, Rangers Fire Company, their rescue. This is their 2000 Spartan Central State Engine Rescue, which is the dual purpose unit that functions as an engine and also as a rescue unit. Also from Collectorsville, 4882, which is their GMC ambulance. Again, thanks to the Collectorsville crew for coming all the way up here from Northampton County to celebrate with the PA. Every year they make a striking appearance at the Schuylkill County Firefighters Convention. Next, we have the Forcerman North, the Nuremberg Weston Volunteer Fire Company with Quint 581, their 1993 Simon Duplex LTI aerial. Being proudly driven by their Assistant Chief Dave Demshot. Also from the Nuremberg Weston Fire Company, we have Brush 583, which is a 2010 International Pierce Urban Interface Pumper. Next, we have a little hamlet from out on Route 209, Tuscarora. This is engine 2717, their 2008 KME Predator Pumper. Also from the Tuscarora Fire Company in Butler Township, we have Squad 2767, their 2003 Ford Squad.
Huh?
Next we have DCNR. This is the Smokey the Bear crew that helps local fire companies in getting at fires in the bush and up in the forestry areas. That's driven by Mike Shout. That's their water tanker, which is a 1972 AM General. And they have their brush utility unit here, a 2013 Ford. Maybe it was a little too hot for Smokey the Bear to make an appearance today. I don't know, maybe Skippy still has his suit laying around somewhere. Maybe after a few beers we can get him to put it on later, I don't know. Next we have the Ryan Township Fire and Rescue Company from Barnesville with engine 2610, which is a 2013 KME engine rescue.
What is that?
Next we have the 2015 Schuylkill County Fair Royalty Float. We have the 2015 Fair Queen Megan Ditzler, Fair Princess Madeline Shuttler, and Little Fair Princess Julie Beth Wychunas. I'll give it up for the Fair Royalty. Next we have the Foot, the American Hose Company of Mahanoy Plain. This is Unit 4470, their 1995 Ford Reading Squad. From out there on Route 209 in Blythe Township, we have from the hamlet of Kambola, the Goodwill Hose Company, with engine 216, their 2007 Sutphin engine rescue. Who says fire engines have to be red, right? From the borough of Minersville, the Mountaineer Hose Company with engine 521. This is their 2006 KME pumper. From St. Clair, we have the Alert Fire Company of St. Clair. This is engine 701, their 1968 refurb 1993 Mack CF pumper. This is the fire company next to the TNT Deli. If anybody knows what's curious, the Rescue Hook and Ladder of St. Clair, ladder 703, which is a 2014 KME aerial ladder. The Washington Fire Company in Ashland, we have engine 3815, their 2006 American LaFrance pumper. Next we have from the Girard Hose Company in Girardville, we have Dalmatian Elvis. Behind that we have their engine 4511, 1993 Spartan quality engine.
Boy, I could really say something right now that I'm on TV. I could really say something.
Also from the Girard Hose Company in Girardville, there's Squad 4571, which is a 1998 Mercury personnel carrier. Next we have a privately owned vehicle from Jim Yanks of Myerstown. This is a 1963 Max C model Gersten Slogger heavy rescue, which served the Croton Fire Department, which was up in upper part of New York, Croton on the Hudson. Beautifully owned and maintained by Jim Yanks of Myerstown, Pennsylvania. From our friends up in Luzerne County, the Freeland Fire Department, we have Truck 136, a 1998 Seagrave straight aerial ladder. Also from the Freeland Fire Department, we have Engine Rescue 136, which is a 1992 Seagrave engine rescue. That engine is being proudly driven by a longtime Freeland Fire Department member and historian Cal Herod. Okay, Freeland wraps up Division 5. This will be Division 6. Leading off the 6th Division, we have the Schuylkill Haven Fire Department. We start with the Rainbow Hose Company of Schuylkill Haven. This is 6366. This is a 2005 Ford Stall Light Rescue.
It's okay to smile, Kyle.
Next from Schuylkill Haven, we have some Dalmatians from the Schuylkill Hose Company. We have Lincoln and we have Axe. Also from the Schuylkill Hose Company, Schuylkill Haven, we have Engine Rescue 6313. This is a 2009 Pierce Engine Rescue. Hey Mooch, I have a question. What's better than one Mac? Two Macs. We have two Macs that are maintained by the Schuylkill Historical Fire Society that were both in service at the same time at the Liberty Fire Company number 4 of Schuylkill Haven. The one on the left is a 1957 Mac B model pumper. The one on the right is a 1948 Mac L model pumper. Again, both in service at the same time at Liberty of Haven, maintained right now at Schuylkill Historical Fire Society. And next we have a new acquisition at the Liberty. This is Squad 6369, it's a 1992 Pierce pumper squad. Also from the Liberty Fire Company of Schuylkill Haven, we have their tanker 6338, a 1992 International 4-guys tanker. And we have one of Schuylkill Liberty Fire Company's brother companies. I know these guys were stayed in Haven overnight and did a little party. And the Pax Tank Fire Company, which is located outside of Harrisburg. This is their engine 40. It's a 2011 Pierce pumper. Every year the Pax Tank crew makes the trip up to Schuylkill County for the parade. We thank them for coming up here to spend some time with us and celebrating with the PA. Also from Pax Tank, this is their former engine 40. It's a 1981 Max CF. Also from the Harrisburg metropolitan area, we have the Reliance Hose Company of Rutherford Heights. This is engine 45. This is a 1996 C-grade 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also from Reliance Rutherford Heights, we have a TAC 45, a 2002 Ford 4-guys mini pumper. Also from Reliance Rutherford, we have Utility 45, a 2003 Ford pickup pulling their utility unit. A trailer which does salvage, some rehab. From the Paxtonia Fire Company from the Harrisburg area in Dauphin County. Engine 34, 2009 C-grade 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Paxtonia Fire Company, from outside Harrisburg, we have Squad 34, which is a 2012 Ford Slav Light Rescue. Next we have the Citizens Fire Company of Palo Alto with engine 612. This is a 1987 Hon, 1,000 gallon per minute pumper. The Irish Valley of Schuylkill County, Heckscherville. We have the Clover Fire Company with engine 263, which is a 2008 KME pumper tanker. Next from Port Carbon, the Goodwill Fire Company of Port Carbon, led under the expertise of Chief Mike Welch, engine 5911 with their 1998 Pierce pumper. Also, from Port Carbon, the Goodwill Fire Company, Unit 5960 with their 2014 Ford Utility.
Hi, Mike.
In the city of Shamokin, we have the Friendship Fire Company. This is engine 11 with their 2003 KME 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also from Friendship in Shamokin, this is their Squad 11, a 2004 Squad. This unit is set up to handle hazmat and spill emergencies. Next we have from out in Heisler land, the Community Fire Company in New Ringgold. This is a classic engine 5313, their 1973 C-grade, 750 gallon per minute pumper. Also from New Ringgold, their brand new Unit 5540, 2014 KME Utility. From up there in the mountain, Joliet Fire Company, Porter Township. This is a TAC 810, their 2015 GMC brush unit. Also from Joliet and Porter Township, we have their tanker 810, 2011 Kenworth Fouts tanker. This leads us to the beginning of the 7th Division. We kick off the 7th Division with a privately owned engine. This is a Mack. It was formerly serviced at the High Spire Fire Company, which is outside of Harrisburg. It's owned by Kenny Butler of Mannheim. It's a 1978 Mack CF pumper. Next, from the city of Pottsville, again, who says fire engines have to be red? We have the Goodwill Fire Company of Pottsville with engine 41. This is their 2013 KME pumper.
Where's the ace at? Where's the ace?
Also from the city of Pottsville, we have ladder 21, the Phoenix Fire Company of Pottsville with their 2004 Pierce Tiller aerial, 100 foot. From the East End Fire Company in Tamaqua, we have engine 778, a 1997 KME pumper. Also from the East End Fire Company in Tamaqua, Squad 779, their 1994 Ford Squad. And one end of Tamaqua, we have the East End. When you go to the other side of Tamaqua, you got the South Ward. From the South Ward Fire Company, we have engine 784, their 1995 Mack KME pumper. This unit is probably going to be replaced in the next year or two with a brand new fire engine. Also from the South Ward, we have their 1989 Ford E1 Squad. Also from the South Ward, we have Utility 788, their 2009 Ford KME pickup utility unit. Driven by Tamaqua Borough Chief, Assistant Borough Chief Mark Bauer. Next we have from the Forest Hills Fire Company in Cole Township. These guys are located between Schuylkill and Trevorton. This is their engine. Engine 161, which is a 2001 HME M&W engine. Also from the Forest Hill Fire Company, hence the name, they need one of these things. This is their Utility 164, a 2015 Polaris Ranger brush utility unit. With their pickup and their equipment van for a trailer. Yeah, like we need one of them. Next we have from Cumberland County, the Upper Allen Township Fire Department, down outside of Mechanicsburg, with their 2011 International tanker. Built locally by 4 guys out in Minersville. Another company making the long john here from Northampton, we have the Northampton Borough Fire Company, located just outside of Whitehall in Allentown. This is their tower, Tower 4221, a 2009 KME aerial cat ladder tower. Also from the Northampton Fire Department, engine 4213, a 1989 Freightliner KME pumper. Next we have from the southern end of Schuylkill County, the Hose Hook and Ladder Fire Company number 1 of Pine Grove Borough, with their marching unit, being led by Chief Dave Sadison. From the Hose Hook and Ladder Fire Company of Pine Grove, we have engine 5810. They're a brand new 2014 Pierce 1,500 gallon per minute pumper. Also from the Hosuka Ladder Fire Company of Pine Grove, Rescue 5850. This is a 1993 Mack Pierce engine rescue. The Hosuka Ladder Fire Company of Pine Grove, tanker 5835, 2005 International Lexington tanker. Also from the Hosuka Ladder Fire Company of Pine Grove, this is Brush 5840, their 2012 Ford Swab mini pumper brush. Next we have from Carbon County, from the historic borough of Jim Thorpe, the Jim Thorpe Fire Department. This is ladder 1125. This is their 1996 Seagrave aerial ladder. I believe this runs out of the Fairview Fire Company. Also from Jim Thorpe, we have the Phoenix Fire Company with their engine rescue. This is a 2002 Pierce engine rescue. Next we have from way over in the valley in the Pittman area, the Mahanoy Fire Company of Pittman, Butler Township. This is tanker 1030. This is a brand new 2015 Freightliner KME tanker just placed in service. This unit was acquired through a FEMA grant, being driven by Chief James Saltzman. Also from the Mahanoy Fire Company of Pittman, this is Brush 1040, their 2008 GMC Sutphin mini pumper.
Barry, we need one of that.
From the little hamlet of Locustdale, just outside of Ashland, in Butler Township, this is engine 258, 1989 Ford KME 1250 GPM pumper. Right outside there, Pottsville, right up from the Pottsville Pizzeria, we have the Mount Carbon Fire Company with tanker 5330, their 1983 Pierce Mack tanker pumper. From the Humane Fire Company of Pottsville. I know this looks familiar to the Polish-American crew. This is their 1953 Seagrave engine. And we go from the old to the new. The current engine 32 at the Humane of Pottsville, their 1999 Seagrave pumper. Also from the Humane Fire Company of Pottsville Utility 34. This is a 2014 Ford KME utility. From the borough of Auburn, down at the southern end of Schuylkill County, we have the Auburn Fire Company with engine 3911. This is a 2002 Ford KME mini pumper. Again, from out in Heisler area, in the Lewistown Valley, outside Tamaqua or Walker Township, we have the New England Fire Company with tanker 3230, 2003 Freightliner KME tanker. From the Community Fire Company of Landingville, We have their tanker. This is a 1982 Han tanker pumper. Tanker 4730. Next, from down on going through Berks County on Route 61, we have the Shoemakersville Fire Company with their brush unit. And then we head up north going towards the city of Sunbury. On the left-hand side, you have the Stonington Fire Company with their engine. This is engine 631 of American LaFrance pumper. Well, we're in August, which means right around the corner we have the Bloomsburg Fair coming up. From the town of Bloomsburg, we have the Bloomsburg Fire Department. This is Rescue 37. This is their 2006 Spartan Rescue 1 Heavy Rescue. And for all that traffic and headaches they got to deal with at the Bloomsburg Fair, they have their own traffic unit. This is traffic 39 for the Bloomsburg Fire Department.
Schuylkill, on the way up, we were right front fire on 81.
Yeah.
Had to get it fixed. And they made it in.
Okay. Next we have, going up through Wilburton, past Detroit, we have the Aristes Fire Company. In Rescue 352, 1997 Pierce Engine Rescue. Last but not least, we got to give these guys a hand. These guys from the Citizens Fire Company of Dillsburg were coming up 81. They blew a tire. They got their apparatus service and still were able to make the parade. From the Citizens Fire Hose Company of Dillsburg, which is in Cumberland County, the Mechanicsburg area, this is their tower ladder. I believe it's a 1995 Simon Duplex. And it's for sale if anybody wants to buy it. There's a new tire on it. So let's give these guys and gals a hand for still making the parade after some technical difficulties. Again, that concludes our 61st annual Schuylkill County Volunteer Firefighters Parade. On behalf of Chairman Mike Wasko and the rest of the guys and gals at the Polish American, we thank you for attending. You're more than welcome to go down and party down by the field. Be safe, be sensible. And if you think you had too much to drink, talk to John McNeilis. He'll be the judge of that.